So it's the off season for the basketball team, and we want to work them into hard stop, deceleration, and reacceleration. Because on the court, there's much more, if you will, isometric hard stopping and decelerating of motion than there is actual propelling out, the way we might often do in a weight room when we lift weights. So we're going to pay attention to getting them down into challenging poses. So here I'm going to start on 2 legs. I've elevated the heels so I can get a little deeper in the position. And then we'll use the dumbbells to challenge that in the upper body, with upper body action, to stimulate the hips to have to control things in multiple planes. So I'm here. I'm going to use I'm using a weight that challenges the shoulders a little bit. I start smoothly and slowly. You can see I can either resist the motion at the bottom, or I can flow a little bit, let the knees go in and off center safely. Start slowly, progress that to maybe shorter range of motion that are harder stops. If I want to challenge in the frontal plane or left to right, a nice version is going up, coming down, going into a delt raise. That's a nice stimulus left to right that I have to control, or I can leverage that motion and flow near the bottom. So then, not as pure and isometric, there's movement obviously, but I'm working at that most difficult mechanical point in the legs in terms of being down in the tunnel. Then we switch it. We got to go to single leg because that's the way they're going to live most of the time. So we either go into a classic hover pose, the bottom of a lunge, or we could go into that sort of fencer's version where I get a little more flexion in the knee. I'll just stay here for now. We rotate a bit. Both legs are still working, but there's a lot of load in the front. I can either resist the motion or leverage the motion. Left to right, I can resist the motion or leverage the motion. Some people like to blend the two and go to a curl with an overhead press. So the curl takes me a little rotationally, and the overhead press takes me a little bit left to right. A nice version as well in either of the lunge positions. But then the finishing is I got to start going in and out of it from the lunge standpoint. I'm going to try to time my arm move with my landing so that there's not a big zone of deceleration that might take a lot of time that I have to control, but is sort of a more of a point in time. That's not real life. The Gray Institute showed the world it's a zone. We just want that zone to be quick. So if I showed you a bad one, I step and turn. We'd learn that way. But eventually, I want to come out of it. Notice I'm turning towards my landing foot. In and out. We'll start there. Now from a frontal plane standpoint, I'll take the dumbbells overhead. Actually, I'll swing them. I'll go here and home. Here and home. And then we could add some overhead reaches instead of the lateral raise if we wanted to. But you're thinking stimulating left to right, resist it, leverage the motion on all 3 levels. From 2-footed, deep squat position, to single leg, deep flexion position, now to an active in and out, to teach the body to really be able to handle hard, explosive changes of direction. Best of luck.